Good day everyone and good day sir. Today we gonna discuss about most commonly used methods in preserving food. So the first presenter for this topic is Mr. Morales. So I'm be the second. So this is my assigned topic. Shall we start? I know that you have an idea on how to preserve a food, and I know that you experience it. You're doing this in every day. So, like for example, freezing or refrigerating food is one of example preserving food. Also, packing and etc. So the first one we have drying. So drying or dehydrating food is one of the oldest and easiest methods of food preservation. Dehydration is the process of removing water or moisture from food product. So ang drying, it is one of the examples siya ng pag-preserve ng food. So which is, it removes the moisture from the food. The bacteria, molds, yes, cannot go. So pag low humidity, low heat, and have a good air circulation, so may posibilidad na successful lang mo pag dry sa foods. Then, once na ma-dry ang food, make sure na ma-replace or ma-place mo siya sa dark and cool na area. Okay, so those dehydrated foods are ideal for backpacking. So pwede naman siya madala kung hiking, camping, or any kind of bonding. Okay, it is easy to carry na. Ay ganay naman siya, na-dried naman ang foods na imutag kuan. So, goods na siya, madala-dala nimo. And reasons why dehydration is a great method of food preservation. Number one, does not require electricity. Yes, dili na ka maggamit ng electricity para mag-preserve. It's because you have this dehydration or drying food lang. So, it's less time consuming. Yes, sakto. Pwede naman nimo siya ipauga lang, then pwede na muna mamaya. Then, imibutang sa area na kanang walay makakuan gyud. So, third, makes winter meals easier. So, pag ping winter, so amo tayo mo madali-dali ng mga foods na kaunon. Then, four, requires less storage space. So, atong mga dried na foods is mukuyos pa man nato siya. So, it requires less storage space lang, di ba? So, last is child friendly. So, dili siya harmful sa mga bata. So, the second method is pasteurization. It's a process that kills bacteria in a liquid food. In this method, moderately high 62 degrees Celsius to 100 degrees Celsius temperatures are used for about 15 to 30 minutes to inactive certain enzymes and kill certain other microorganisms, especially in milk. Since not killed at these temperatures, pasteurized products need refrigeration after exposure to air. It was invented by French scientist Louis Pasteur during the 19th century. So, if you're wondering anong pasteurization man, it's because ang nag-inventuhan ni siya na methods or nag-name ng methods which is si Louis Pasteur. So, nakuha siguro din ang name nila ng Pasteur sa pasteurization. And kung gamit yan na method, so make sure na nagkuhan ka moderately high to 62 to 100 degrees Celsius ang temperatures. Then magluas ini siya ng 15 to 30 minutes. So amo na siya ang process. So ang pathogens daw not all killed at these temperatures. So you need ni muna i-refrigerate after exposure to air. So what is the purpose nganong i-pasteurize man ang isa ka food or milk? So, purpose of pasteurization to increase milk safety for the consumer by destroying disease causing microorganisms that may be present in milk. So, amo na siya ang pathogens. So, to increase keeping the quality of milk products by destroying spoilage, microorganisms and enzymes that contribute to the reduced quality and shelf life of milk. So, next we have the smoking. This process of preserving is usually used with fish and meat. The material is first salted and exposed to smoke produced by slow burning sawdust or shavings of one of the Philippine woods like kamachili, guava, and tamarind. So, smoking, if you wonder, no, isa siya sa common methods of food preservation. So, imo lang siya from the word smoking, asuhan mo, but before nimo pa asuhan siya, make sure that imo na siya asinan. Then, usually use lang ni siya sa fish and meat. So, salting. This method is one of the first known and practiced here. It is used both with animal and vegetable foods. The salt draws out the water content of the food and enters the tissues, thus making the food firmer and preventing decay. So, kinsa may hilig mag-asin diri. So, kana siya, kung mag-asin kita ng isa ka foods, that is one of the common example of food preservation. So, makabantay kita, maka-observe kita sa atong mga mama, mga lola, na ilaasinan. So, one of the example na kanang gi-salting na process is ang mga bulad, di ba? So, murag kon siya no, asinananay siya before siya ibulad. And naiiban pa ng mga foods na applicable sa ining salting method. Okay, we have here two most important methods of salting. First, dry salting. The food is first mixed with salt to remove large amount its moisture and then dry. So, as what I've said kanina, amo tong asinan siya, then ipahuga. Then, second is brining. The food is packed in a container and covered with a solution of salt until use. So, in siya, different ni siya kay dili gyud ilargo sa food ang salt. But, i-cover lang siya, ibutang ang food sa container din, coveran siya ng solution salt. Okay. So, salting is used because most mga bacteria, fungi, and other potential pathogenic organisms cannot survive in a highly salty environment due to the hypertonic nature of salt. So if you are familiar with that hypertonic nature of salt, you can search to the web. Then any living cell in such an environment will become dehydrated through osmosis and die or become temporarily inactivated. Next, we have the pickling. Pickling is applicable to foods that do not have much taste. Vinegar and condiments serve as preserving materials and give delicious flavor and odor to the food. So, pickling, basically, it is the process of soaking food in a solution containing salt, acid, or alcohol. It can be used with most feeds. Most methods require no special equipment. However, pickled foods can be unsafe if, remember, prepared carelessly or stored at room temperature. So, pickling is often combined with another method such as fermenting, canning, or just refrigerating. Okay. So, next we have the canning. Canning is one of the common methods of food preservation. So, canning is a process of applying heat to the food that's sealed in a jar in order to destroy any microorganisms that can cause food spoilage. So, ang canning, amo niyang process na dili lang siya ilargo sa can, which is i-heat anay atong food and then i-sealed siya sa jar or can para dili makakuha ng microorganism then mag-cause ng food spoilage. So, proper canning techniques stop this spoilage by heating the food for a specific period of time and killing these unwanted microorganisms. During the canning process, air is driven from the jar and a vacuum is formed as the jar cools and seals. So, it's very basic and understandable na pag magkuhan ka ng canning methods sa pag-preserve ng food, which is imo siya aning pasuon. Then, take note, magkuhan kayo ni dapat make sure na walay makasulod na hangin dito sa lalom ng sa jar or can. Okay, once na pag may hangin, there's a possibilities na ma-spoilage ang imo food. So, example anay, canning is kanang mga dilata. So, take note din na pag mag-abri kita ng dilata, largo na to pag-abri din bubo. Kaya kung pag-abri na to, then ato anay pasagdan, so na-abri na, so makasulod ang hangin dito. Then, kung makasulod ang hangin dito so dito na pwede may tabo ang dili na to gusto na may tabo. So, ma-spoil atong food kay naa na may sulod na hangin. Next, we have the vacuum packing. Is a method of packaging that removes air from the package prior to selling. This method involves manual or automatically placing items in a plastic film package, removing air from inside and sealing the package. Shrink film is sometimes used to have a tight fit to the contents. So, vacuum packing, same lang sila sa canning, pero ang canning is mag-need ani siya ng process to heat the food before sealed it sa jar or can. So, ang vacuum packing, direct lang siya, walaon lang ang air dito sa plastic before siya sealing. Then, make sure na tight, kanang wala gyud hangin kay, as I've said earlier, na pag mag-seal ng food, mag-preserve ng food, make sure na walay hangin makasulod kay pag once na there's a possible na ma-daot ang food o ma-spoil ang imong food. So ang purpose ng vacuum packing to remove oxygen from the container to extend the shelf life of food, and with flexible package forms to reduce the volume of the contents and package. It is also commonly used to store mga dry foods over a long period of time, such as cereal nuts, cured meats, cheese, smoked fish, coffee, and potato chips. Kana sila, may example. On a more short of time basis, vacuum packing can also be used to store fresh foods. Yes, like mga fruits, veggies, meats, mga liquids, and because it inhibit bacterial growth. Okay, di ba? Fresh man ang food, fresh man ang isa ka vegetables, fresh man ang isa ka food. Then last, freezing. Freezing is a process of chilling foods to at least 0 degree F. It can be used with all foods. True freezing is not possible in the freezer compartment of your refrigerator, where the temperature is typically much warmer, between 10 degree F to 32 degree F. And it is one of the easy method. So, mag-freeze ng food. So, naiban na, ilan na i-pack. Then, i-vacuum nila to. Then, mga canned food, pwede sa dito. Then, take note, pag mag-freeze ta ng mga food, it's not, dili siya gyud maka-eliminate ng mga bacteria. But, iya lang ikuan. Iya lang i-slow down. Something, like another term is slow down lang niya ang atong mga i-inactivate niya atong mga bacteria, fungi, nga na. Pa-slow lang niya. So, dili siya maka-eliminate, dili siya makapatay ng mga through freezing. So, I think that is my part of this discussion. Goodbye. Thank you.